Welcome to the Next Level You podcast. I am your host, Danielle Rocco, and with me tonight, or today, what is it? We're in the middle of the day. It's a gorgeous day here in New Hampshire. Mike Panus, am I saying that right? I'm like, me and like the English language, you would think it's the only language I speak that I'd get it right. But yeah, no, not so much. But he is a United States Marine, a motivational speaker, and he has a powerful message. Like I was talking to some of my friends. I was down in Miami yesterday and I was telling them about you because I was on the phone with you and they were totally blown away. They were like, what? Oh my gosh, because that could be, even my husband, I think he was there. He's like, that could be any of us. Totally any of us, what you went through and where you are. But there's the difference, I think. It's what you went through and now where you are makes who you are so incredibly special. So tell everybody a little bit, because now they're like, who is this guy? I got to know. Tell everybody a little bit about who you are.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Like Danielle mentioned, my name is Mike Panus. I actually just got back from being a keynote speaker at a high school, the entire school. So I'm kind of riding high from that. It was an incredible speaking engagement. And like Danielle said, I have a powerful message, a powerful story. And what brought me here today is I'm incredibly lucky, first of all, for every opportunity I have to share my message with anybody in the world. So I just want to touch base on early on in my life. My mom got sick when she was pregnant with me, 6 months pregnant. She got rushed to the hospital. They took me out 7 weeks premature. And my mom was diagnosed with cancer at the age of 27. My mom passed away 30 days after I was born. So I was almost 7 weeks premature. My story starts very early on in my life. My first breath of air was a struggle as a 7 week premature baby. And I just have missed my mom every single day as I've grown up to be an adult and now a parent to my beautiful little girl myself. You realize how important life is and the bond and the connection, with your parents. So after my mom passed away, my dad was left with, is that you? I hear something.
Oh, can you hear that?
Yeah.
It's construction and stuff. Yeah.
No,
I'm not passing gas. It's not like anything weird. I'm not taken away.
I didn't know if you had a roof on your place over there. I thought it was a convertible place that you were at and the wind was blowing.
Well, you have no idea, right? I could be anywhere. I could have dumpsters behind me. This could just be all a green screen for all we know.
That's the joy of the world that we live in now. We can do a video anywhere.
We can, but I want to go back to this for really quickly. I want to talk about that because it does make a difference when you don't have that love and nurturing of a mother. You have your father and that's, you need both. You need both parents because they give so much different energy, and a different way of being compassionate and stuff. So not having that, yeah, your story starts young, even before you can even probably comprehend it as an infant.
Yeah. So yeah, my dad, he was left with my sister who was a little over a year old and me 7 week premature. My dad was, dealt with something that he did not ever intend on happening. So, his whole life was flipped upside down. He met my stepmom when I was young, around 2. And when you grow up in the environment that you grew up in, that's the only environment that you know. And as I grew up, I had a loving mother. I don't call her my stepmom. She raised me from the time I was a child. So the environment that I grew up in was the only environment that I knew. And, I thought it was normal and it was a regular life like everybody else. But I didn't find out that my mom passed away until I was about in 2nd or 3rd grade. I remember when my mom adopted my sister and I was told by my dad that wasn't my real mom and she was going to adopt us. So my dad never really spoke about my biological mother ever in my whole entire life. I never was able to learn about my mom until recently when I was writing my book that's coming out soon. I interviewed people that knew my mom and just wanted to learn everything I knew about my mom. It was that void in my life that I was curious and I was wondering, part of me, who I am as a person, is my biological mother that I never got to meet. And I definitely take after my biological mother. Like
That's what I wanted to know. Did you find that you had some traits, like personality traits and habits, once you started researching and digging in?
I just knew my dad was very much not like me. He's very reserved, very old fashioned, old school. You know, he was a Marine in, during Vietnam. My dad, he was a great, hardworking, loving dad. You know, we had that sports, hunting, fishing bond, and he's just not the person that is the most outgoing and sociable person in the world. And me, I walk into a room and I'm like, yo, what's up, guys? I make friends.
Well, that's how we met. We made friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, yo, who's this cool girl next to me? We have to connect. So I just think an opportunity to connect with a person, anybody who you never know who you're sitting next to or walking by unless you initiate a conversation. And I love meeting new people. And I'm just blessed with that outgoing, confident personality where I'm not scared to approach a person, or I'm not scared to get on a stage in front of thousands of people to share a traumatic and powerful message. I am blessed. I am so blessed. And as people see my story, you know, as I go and speak across the world more in the country, I mean, I am a walking miracle to be alive. And I'm not saying that in an arrogant way. There's no way that I should be sitting here. You know, I have videos on my website and YouTube. When you see those videos, it's like almost unimaginable how I'm even walking and standing and talking today.
Yeah. I mean, of course I checked you out. I had to know, like, who is this guy? What's his whole deal about? So they're pretty, because you can hear something, but when you see it, it takes that to a whole different level. And when you were talking about how much kind of you are like your mom, it's amazing how, even though their people's physical bodies might not be here, they're always with you. Their spirits inside you, their love, you know, like she'll always be with you.
And
that's just it.
That's exactly what, how I live my life is honor. You know, I see you with the American flag behind you. I was a 4th generation military person in my family. I was a Marine, and I've always had honor in my life. Everyone thanks me for being a Marine. I'm like, no, it was an honor to serve this country and to have the opportunity to serve this amazing country and the people that have served before me and given me the opportunity, and for us to even sit here and have a conversation in this amazing country that we live in. So right
on. That's what fuels me. I love it. Yes. Thank you.
So I live my life every single day with honor, because I know my mom is watching down on me and she's proud of her only son. So to go on a little bit more about my story, which even is more like impactful and traumatic, is, you know, I served my country in the Marines. I realized I didn't want to make a career of it. And I actually got disciplined when I was in the Marines to actually give me the confidence to go to college. When I was in high school, I never thought I was smart enough to go to college. So I was like, you know what, I need to further my education so I can get a good job when I graduate college. So I got out of the Marine Corps. I got held in an extra 6 months after 9/11. I finally got released. I came back home to Connecticut, lived with my parents, was commuting to school, going to college, doing great. I never missed one class in college. I had a 3.4 GPA. I was inducted into the National Leadership Honor Society. I was working as a bartender on the part-time, making good money. I'm a bartender. I'm a sociable guy. It was an awesome job and made a lot of money in a short amount of time. So I loved it. And fast forward you to my senior year of college, I was excited. I was going to graduate, and I was like, holy cow. I never in the world thought I'd ever graduate college. And I'm like everybody else that likes to have fun in life. You know, I have fun no matter where I go. And when I was in college, I like to go out and meet people. I'm a single guy in college. I like to dance, have a few drinks, go out, party, have fun. And my last semester of college just had started. I was excited about ready to start my last semester and graduate. My friends and I decided to go up to the University of Connecticut on campus, go to a bar there, dance, meet people, have fun. So I drove everyone up there that night. It was, it was an exciting time. I was starting my last semester, and I couldn't believe I was graduating. So danced at this bar all night, had fun. The bar closed. We left, and I live in like rural Connecticut. I mean, it's like back roads. It's my friends and I'm dropping them off one by one. I'm driving. I'm about an hour away from the campus at UConn. So it was almost about 3 o'clock. My good friend Rich and I are on our way home. We lived about 2 miles away from each other. And my car came down a hill, around a corner. I hit a patch of black ice, never saw it on the road. My car spun off the road and hit a tree. I got ejected 20 feet from the vehicle. I didn't have my seatbelt on. I suffered a traumatic brain injury, 3 broken ribs, punctured lung, broken shoulder, broken hand. I mean, I was ejected from the vehicle, laying in the snow. The temperature was below 10 degrees. I had hypothermia, and I got rushed to the hospital. I was in a coma for 4.5 days, and I woke up, and my family and friends told me my good friend Rich Bronson passed away in the accident. And from that day, from that minute, when I realized what I had caused, a tragedy from one night going out with my friends, just having an innocent, fun night out, I took another human being's life from a family and the potential of what he was going to do in this world. And from that day on, I carry him with me. My friend Rich is with me every single day, and I honor him every single day, and I carry on his legacy, and I go out and share a powerful message about how choices can impact your life and so many other people's lives, and what I took away from a family and what their loss is for the rest of their lives. You know, it's amazing that I'm still here today to be able to share a powerful message. And I can't thank, my friend Rich's family for the forgiveness they've had in their life and supporting me and what I do in my life. And, from that night, I was under the influence of alcohol and caused the death of my good friend. So I was punished. I was arrested. I was charged with a felony, and I ended up serving almost 4 years of my life in prison. And I got out and just pieced my life back together, and went to work, had a regular job, and I just was missing something in that job. I was missing that passion and that piece in my life to give back and make a difference. So literally 7 months ago, I quit my full-time job, and I'm like, I'm finishing my book, and I'm going to go out and share my story with the world and make a difference. So that's kind of where I am today.
Wow. So it's like you did 4 years serving this country. You did 4 years serving, I don't know what to call, like the punishment, right?
Prison.
Right. Of that. And you walked away with both of those, just a bigger and better man. You went in, you're honorable. When you served in the United States Marine, we all screw up. We all make mistakes. It's just if we get caught or how bad our mistakes are and big they are, right? So you took that and you came out a bigger and better man. What is that? Because there's so many people that they don't have that. They're like, they become the victim instead of the victor. Like you are, your mom's with you, your friend's with you. You're using those spirits inside you, that love inside you, that honor inside you to propel yourself forward and maybe change one person. If one person listening to you can be like, I'm not doing, like, it stops them from that last drink or stops them from getting in the car and calling Uber, instead, then you've made that change. But I mean, did you have that moment where you're like, I'm not living in my purpose here. I'm meant for more. I was given these, I don't want to say tragedies, but these challenges.
There's multiple things, a lot of people are always, acknowledging what I do, and they're like, holy cow, you're amazing. And I'm like, no, I'm not amazing. I'm the most humble person alive, but I was given a chance and given the mental strength. I'm spiritual, and I was left here for a reason. I had an awakening day, and after seeing my vehicle and how I am today, it was like God left me here for a reason, and I have a purpose much bigger than the life that I ever even imagined, and it's hard. I don't know. It's hard to even put into words, it's hard to even put into words as the feeling that came over me. And, believe me, it hasn't been the most glorious and easy road when you quit your full-time job as a single dad to an amazing little girl, exactly 50% of the time. And, providing for myself and her and continuing to move forward and be a speaker and finish your book. So, but I've made it work. I made it work, and I'm making it work. And that's what even makes it more amazing when I'm able to impact so many other people's lives. And what I can share with you, what you're kind of getting a point across about, is you have to find that fire inside of you, that motivates you and keeps you going forward, because we all get kicked down. We all get adversity thrown at us. We all deal with loss and death. It's inevitable. We're all going to leave this earth at one point. And a lot of us get into a downward spiral, and people think that going to drink alcohol is going to help things get better, or I'm going to go do drugs and pretend nothing else exists. And they just want to just use any excuse to overcome whatever it is that they're going through in their life, or just hide it and pretend it's not even there. So one of the biggest things that I talk about in my book is about acceptance. Acceptance is a word, and that we have to apply to our lives every single day. Whether or not someone is in line at the coffee shop that cuts you and isn't a jerk, and you want to let that ruin your day, or you're driving on the road and there's people, you can let some little thing or person, whatever they do to you, ruin your mood or your entire day or week or month. Or you can be like, you know what? I don't have time for that negative energy, and I am accepting what has just happened. You internalize it, you process it out, and you move forward, because you have to move forward. And that's all I know. My back is up against the wall, and I'm charging forward. And
isn't that true? Isn't that such a true analogy right there? Is that accepting it? You got to just be like, yeah, that crap happened, and then move on. But we don't, right? It's a skill. Acceptance is a skill. We all have different skills. Love is a skill. Being kind is a skill. So what skill are you developing in your life? If you're not developing that acceptance skill, you're developing the opposite of that.
Yeah. It's just like right here, our brain is the most powerful gift we've been given as human beings. You can choose whether or not you want to react in a negative way or a positive way to any situation that we're faced with in life. And your brain and your mind, you need to train your mind just like anything else in life. Mm-hmm. When you're a professional basketball player, you get to the gym and you shoot free throws and 3-pointers, and you practice and you train. And your brain is the same way. You need to change your behaviors and find new, more positive ways to get your mind thinking more positively. Whether it be you go take a ride to the ocean, or put on the music that you love, or do whatever it is that makes you happy, whatever gives you that fuel in your life that puts a smile on your face. I'm blessed with an amazing little daughter. I don't care what happens in my life. Being a great role model to her is what motivates me and inspires me every single day. I use many things in my life to motivate me and inspire me, but being a role model and a great dad to my daughter is what keeps me going forward every single day.
Right. Yeah. Because no matter what you do, those things in life, they're happening. It's going to be there. Someone cutting you off, it's going to be there. Being in a car, it's going to be there. So you can accept it. You can give grace to it. And then you just move on. It's what you do with it, because that is also when you see those people that you're just so attracted to, those are the people that have learned how to let it go, have learned how to accept the things in life. And it's just what it is. It doesn't if you graduate high school or you don't, it doesn't make you smart or dumb. No. FYI, people, it doesn't matter if you've served in prison or you not. It doesn't make you what that is, like a prisoner. If you served in a criminal, right? If you've been in the military or not, it's those people, because they're assholes in any of those great things, or any of those bad things. And there are amazing people also. but I think the ones that become amazing are the ones that do. They just say, this does not define me. It was a moment. I accept what happened. And now let's move forward.
Make a difference. And another thing that I love telling people, our society today, I feel like everyone is so worried about what other people are thinking or doing.
Mm-hmm.
And they get so consumed with that, and all they do is want to focus on the negative. And I'm like, look, if you do not have control over the situation, you are wasting energy on your life. Like worried about this person. I only focus on the things that I have control over. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to get down and upset about other things that I have no control over. You just have to focus on whatever it is that you can control. Mm-hmm. And if you're looking too far back in the past, whether it be relationships, oh, this guy or girl was a jerk to me and I just have nothing but bad experience. I'm like, yo, I'm not that person. I'm not that person. I don't want to be punished because of someone else. So they're holding on to past stuff. So the point I'm trying to make is, if you're looking too far in the past or you're looking too far ahead, that takes away from the energy that you are living right now.
Right.
I live in the moment right now. I am grateful for every second of my life.
Well, if you don't, you also are going to repeat the same mistakes because you are giving these lessons repeatedly till you learn. So if you didn't learn from that accident, you would not be this man. You would be in that circle. Still God will still be saying, okay, Mike, when are you going to learn this lesson? When are you going to learn this lesson? Yeah. So you can't, your past is important. You need to recognize history, like that saying, history repeats itself. Where the heck do you think it came from? Because it does. And the only reason it does repeat itself is because we're not moving forward. We're holding on to it. We haven't learned the lessons and looked at ourselves. Like in the mirror, look at ourselves, because if it's happening to you, that's your fault. Yeah. You are attracting that. You need to change what you are doing. Yeah,
your thought process and, whether it be the people in your life, whatever it is, like you're going to, like the saying, insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. I'm like, how do you expect to get better or become greater if you continue to do the same things you've been doing? That's not how it works. You have to mix up whatever it is in your life, associate yourself with more positive energy people, and wake up and love yourself. Wake up and love yourself. Wake up and love yourself.
I talk about this, and it goes as far as where are you spending your money and your time, right? Because everything is just energy. Money's energy. So if you're going and spending your money at a store where you know that they're dishonorable people and bad people, and you're giving them your money and energy, don't think you're going to get anything great back. Not necessarily back from them, but back in general of your life, because you just brought yourself down. So again, it goes in that same circle in whatever is happening in your life. And it could be a relationship, but it's the same process, right? You give money to a place and spend your time in a place that does not align with what you believe in, and you think that your relationship at home is going to be great. No. Yeah. It's not, because you're not being consistent. You're not having that same vibrational, energetic level throughout your whole life. So you've got to do it in all aspects. So I'm with you. If I know a business owner is not truthful or they treat their employees bad, I'll stop going. I don't care how good the food is or how amazing the clothes are. I can't do it.
It's about respect.
Not do it.
It's about respect. I tell everyone
yourself, right?
Exactly. Respect. I'm no better or different than anybody else. I don't care if you have $5 million in your bank account or you have $1 and you're walking the streets to get by. I don't care. I am going to treat everyone the way that I want to be treated. And that is what my big message and goal in life is it doesn't matter who we are. When we come to this earth, we're all born the same way. And when we leave, we all leave the same way. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do. I respect everyone the same way. And I teach my daughter that every day. It doesn't matter. You know,
Yeah.
I love everybody the same way, and I want to be treated the same way, you know, and that's what it's about. You know, we only have one opportunity in this life, and you know, and time is the most precious thing that we have on this earth. You know, no one knows when that time is over. Nobody.
No.
Like that
Can't
saying,
wait for tomorrow. Can't wait for tomorrow.
tomorrow's never promised. It's like,
Mm-mm.
make a difference today, you know.
Yeah.
And I tell people, time is the most precious, you know, thing in the whole entire world. And you know, I lost 4 years of my life, but I'm not living in the past and saying, oh gee, my 27, 28, 29, 30th birthdays was incarcerated as a convicted felon. It's like, today I am so grateful to be alive. The forgiveness that I've had for my friends, family, and the difference that I'm making in people's lives. It's just an incredible gift. Like, you know, today was like unbelievable. Like, I stood in that gym and those kids were like, oh, wow. You know, I just have energy. I can't turn it off. I am who I am. And I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change it.
No, and nor should you. So how can people connect with you? Where can they see you, or where can they hire you? What's the best way?
You can find my website, my name, MikePanus.com. There's a contact form you can send me. I'm on social media, Instagram and Facebook, Mike Panus, Inspiring Lives. And soon, I promise you, Danielle, a lot more people will be hearing my story, because I am in the ending process of finishing my book that I have written over. It's been years since I started it, you know, journal writing, and just took the time to get a message out to the world about living with. The title of the book is called Live with Honor, Turning Tragedy into Triumph, because we all are faced with adversity and we all have tragedies in our life, and it is what we do with it is what makes us that defines us as a person. And I can't take credit. I'm just so lucky that I was given the strength and the mental strength to get through adversity that I've been, you know, through in my life, and share it. You know, that's the biggest thing. I get to share it with everyone, and being a published author is an opportunity to be able to share it with so many more people. And no matter, you never know what someone's going through in their life. You never know. They could be struggling inside. They don't know how to reach out to someone. And, you know, I can't wait to be able to share a powerful message that puts people in reality and be like, look, you know, maybe this wasn't so bad in my life. And everyone, you know, everyone needs a wake-up call sometimes in life. And unfortunately, I had to learn a very hard lesson. And, you know, I'm giving back and doing everything I can to help people make smarter choices than I did that night.
Well, thank you for learning the lesson. And I will put all of that in the little notes so people can just click right on it. Let's make life easy. And they will be connected right with you, follow you, get that inspiration, get that energy. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us today, with me today. So thank you. Because,
you know, like, no way. Thank you for even, you know, like I was at that event where I met you for a reason. And and I can't thank you enough. And I can't wait to continue working with you. And you and I have the both same mindset. You know, we want to change this world one person at a time and make a difference. So I thank you.
Well, I love it. Thank you, everyone. And we will see you on the other side.